it's three policemen and one KKK member, and he did a traffic stop right down from the gas station. And then they kept messing with him, right? He said, please, let me call my mom. He said, please, let me call my mom. He take his phone. And then they took him down the road from the gas station.
It was three white people, three white guys. And they did that to him. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at like they was police officers. They still are, I want to say. And they do a lot of corrupt stuff. They always in something. They've been getting away with a lot of stuff. And they had something to do with that. Boy, I was looking at that lady on your thing that was talking about her son that was killed in January of 2015. They had something to do with it.
All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? The voices that you just heard are the voice of a man and a woman who gave details about the ongoing case of Javion Magee. Of course, you know by now Javion Magee was the 21-year-old truck driver from Illinois who was found under suspicious circumstances right here in North Carolina in the town of Henderson. Now, there's been a lot of speculation, of course, a lot of scenarios presented forth, but these two individuals have, I guess, implicated the sheriff and law enforcement officers in the demise of Mr. Magee. Now, these two callers called almost simultaneously while I was talking to the first gentleman that you heard. And we finished the conversation. While I was talking to him, the lady that you heard second called me, but I didn't answer the call. So I called her back and she said the exact same thing, which you're going to hear in her conversation that the first gentleman said in their conversation. Now, also, that picture that you just saw on the recording corroborates that testimony. Now, I'm going to tell you the information about that picture. That picture is reported to have been taken the night before Mr. Magee was found. So there's a lot to unpack here in this video. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to play you both conversations. I'm going to give you some more photos of the night before. And I'm also going to analyze that photo that we see in the background. But y'all stay tuned for this show. Make sure, once again, you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And once again, I appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown to the channel thus far. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you on your feet.
Taylor House, we got the school.
Taylor House Publishing.
Oh, what
They had my phone with me though.
Oh, you say you seen it happen?
Yeah, it's three policemen and one KKK member, and he did a traffic stop right down from the gas station. And then they kept messing with him, right? He said, please, let me call my mom. He said, please, let me call my mom. He take his phone. And then they took him down the road from the gas station in the woods, and they started beating him. He had that blue rope, but they took their own rope, put it around his neck. That's what they did. But nobody don't know. Nobody never see it or see that, man. I never say nothing. Yeah.
So you saw it with your own two eyes?
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something right now. When I see what the people saying, when he came out of Walmart, he didn't give no man no money.
All right, so real quick, you hear him talking about a police stop. There was 3 policemen and a KKK member. They said they stopped him down the road. Then they kept messing with him. Took his phone. He said he wanted to call his mother. They took him down the street from the gas station and beat him. Now, I've heard other stories of a police stop, a police encounter. Once again, this hasn't been confirmed by any body other, or anybody at all, but this gentleman is saying the same thing. And later on the call, of course, it sounds strange to me. How are you seeing all this? How do you know all this? And I'll ask them later. But it's eerily similar to what the other lady's going to say in the next call. But let's continue. And also you heard him say he didn't give no homeless man no money. So I don't know how this gentleman knows all of these things. But as I told you, in the small towns like that, the streets really do talk.
He just, I don't know why they making other lies. And the racist police put the rope around his neck, man. He didn't hang himself on no tree. That tree's small, man. That tree, you can't hang on that tree. They sit him on the ground. He already was dead.
And so you saw this with your own two eyes?
Yeah. He already was dead. They didn't hang him. They just put the rope around his neck. Feel like he hanging himself. They didn't do that. They got his phone. They got his phone right there, right now. He took his phone because he said, please call my mom. Please call my mom.
And I just want to emphasize that real quick. He said he was already dead when they sat him there. Somebody asked me the other day, how could his legs be folded in that position just like that if he fell from a tree? That's because rigor mortis had already set in. And once again, he said they took his phone. They got his phone right now, which I still believe, because if you remember the police report I showed first in the first video, there was no phone listed in that police report. So this gentleman, I don't know who he is or how he knows, but I don't know if y'all feel the same way that I feel when listening to him, but I feel that he knows what he's talking about. And how he knows, I don't know. But let's continue.
Three. That's what he's saying. It's 3, and then I'm going to tell you what. It's 3 policemen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And a white KKK member. But one of the policemen, their daddy is a KKK member.
Oh, okay. What's that policeman name?
No, I don't know them. I'm just looking. I know. I see them. I've been seeing them. They hang at this club. It's a KKK club. Where they hang at now? Where they hang at?
Where the club at?
It's over there, right down from over there the way up in there. It's on the white people. Black people don't go there. You can't go there. They'll kill you.
You don't know the name of the club?
Nah. Cause I'm not gonna get real close to them, man. They kill you, man.
Yeah. And so how you know all this?
Easy. Go through that man, be everywhere, man. I'm ready from Mississippi.
Oh, okay. So how everything going in Mississippi?
No, it's the same thing, nigga, right?
So you see that he mentioned that one of the law enforcement officer's father is a Klan member, right? But he also mentions once again that club. If you know the first video, I had another guy off camera mention a club that the KK members hang out at right around that area. Now, so here's another person corroborating this scenario. Well, let's continue.
Racist, man. On the other side of all my uncle and nephew, where Emmett Till got killed that's in Mississippi. They killed them over there.
Oh, yeah, down in Money, Mississippi.
Yeah, they killed my uncle too. They set him on fire.
Your uncle, what was your uncle's name?
See, I don't know him. My mama knows. I was back then when I growed up, coming up, and then she tell me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I need to be kind of Mississippi too. I'm old too. I'm 66 years old.
You're 66 years old.
Yeah, my birthday January 6th, 1959.
So how you end up in Henderson then?
Hey, I go through there. My brother over there out Delaware. My other brother in Chicago. My other brother in Oakland, Mississippi. We go through. I would just be there. I'd be with my niece being too in Tallahassee, Florida, Gainesville, Florida. But they're racist, man. When I heard about that, I already knew. I said, let me tell him, get your phone number. I saw your phone number. You put it in a tail, I will tell you. Everybody got it wrong. You didn't hang yourself, man. And the police did that. They're not going to tell you. They covered that up, man. They got his phone. I'm telling you, they got his phone. He said, please let me call my mom. Please let me call my mom. And then the other policemen stopped him. They're going to set him on fire.
Yeah.
In the woods, different. Three police and one police stopped him from setting him on fire.
And so once again, he says that, there was 3 policemen, 1 policeman stopped him from setting him on fire. But also he mentioned the places he's been. And I've seen guys like him that just be everywhere. And I don't know if he's a grifter or what, but or drifter, but it's people like these who see things that nobody sees them. So once again, his information is kind of corroborating with a lot of people's other information. And the fact that, the sheriff said he's not speaking about this no more also points to possible police involvement. But that picture that you keep saying, like, look at that picture. Look at that picture. That is the picture of the night before he was found in that same area. What are the police doing? And we're going to discuss that soon. But hold on. Let's continue. How you know this, though? That's what I'm saying. How do you know this?
With my eyes. I was there.
You was there. Okay.
Yeah, but I ain't seen nothing about it. I just get out of there, dog. Go, dog. He traffic stops him. I see that whole thing and I stay back. I'm looking. He coming out of Kmart. He throwing the rope. He had a blue rope in his hand, throwing the rope up. He all happy. I'm saying like that. Why you happy over here? You get killed over here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I certainly appreciate you, man, for calling in with the information.
Yeah, you keep my phone number, because I be that away.
Okay. I lock you in, sir. I lock your phone number in.
I had one to tell you because they were telling you wrong. When I see your video going in there, what the police thing to give you that police file report, I was looking at that. I said, wait a minute, let me tell this man. They giving you the wrong thing, dog. They ain't telling you, dog. I started telling you, talking right to him who did all that.
Yeah.
These boys, 3 policemen now, they ain't gonna say they did it. They nobody ain't gonna say that. Because there ain't nobody was there on the research around. Nobody didn't see it. On our path through and all that. He's not gonna tell you say, oh, whatever like this. No, they're gonna give you the runaround, man. They're not gonna tell you. That's why I say when you went in there, you sitting in away for a long time. I know it was gonna happen when the police come out. I see them kept coming. You know what they were doing when you was sitting right there when I was looking at it?
What's that?
They were going back and forth telling the other person, this man out here. They didn't want. They were saying like, what are you out here for? They don't want you to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he kept different warrants coming. That was not the same man come out to you the first time, come you talking with him. The other one come look at you, the other one went back. They didn't want to tell you. Nah, man, the other one kind of feel like he's friendly. He's not friendly, man. I'm telling you, hang at that club, man. It's a club. When you go there again, you have somebody at that club with KKK hang at. The police be there. One of the police there. There's a member there. You gotta go back there and see have somebody again about this club.
And here he is again about that club. He's talking about that club where the KKK hang out, but he also mentions my time when I picked up the police report from there. And like I said, I stayed in there about 10 or 15 minutes, and I did see it was various sheriffs coming out. And, a lot of these sheriffs were Caucasian, and they were coming out and they were looking and looking and looking. And as he said you was probably talking to the same ones that did it. Now, if you look at that picture, I can't recall which one it was, but one of them do look familiar. of the ones that, I was talking to. But he also mentions the point that, yeah, they're not going to tell me. They're not going to tell nobody that, that's what happened, if that is indeed what happened. So this gentleman, knows a lot on, I don't know how he knows it, but once again, it's eerily similar to the conversation that you're about to hear next. Let's continue.
It's the club where all KKK hang at now.
All right, I certainly appreciate you, man. I'm gonna check it out.
Check. That's right. Hey, call me. I'm telling you, man.
Okay, I'll talk with you later.
Yeah, but don't be there at night, though, dog. Cause he hang out. They chill only black people.
Oh no, I definitely ain't gonna be that night. But yeah.
That's right, all right. Go ahead there and ask somebody. They're gonna say it's a club where the KKK hang out. They're gonna tell you that. And that's where the police will hang out. His daddy hang out. These KKK no more. Ain't no black people killed. Ain't nobody. Then I hear people talking about somebody with a truck. Ain't nobody with a truck. He by himself, man. He came out of Walmart throwing the rope up. And his truck is stopped right down the street from the gas station. Go right down the gas station. That main road, you going down?
Yeah.
But on the other side, there were the woods there with all the other trucks, put your trucks and all that off in there right there. That's where they went up right into the house up there. It's the thing to go up in there.
Okay.
But they're not going to tell you, though.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you.
No, I already know the woods right there, them trees not big, man. There's a lot of trees. You go by that gate, there's a lot of trees right up in there. And if people be right up in there, they can see you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you right.
And they seen what happened anyway, but they're not going to tell you.
Yeah, I believe you.
Oh, no, they would have put their trucks there. You got to put your truck. You can't put your truck over there. Because something's going to happen, they'll get you. That would happen to him.
Okay.
Man, I said to myself, I wish I would have got on first, dog, and tell him don't do that, don't go that way. He going down that main road from the gas station. The police already was there, man. They were looking at him. When he came out of Walmart, they followed right behind him. And they traffic stopped him. That's what happened.
Okay, well that's what somebody else said too. He got stopped by the police. So let me yeah.
I'm looking at it.
Okay.
3 policemen and 1 KKK man. But the other police, one of them, they bad as a KKK too now.
Okay.
And they just started beating, boom, 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 just beat him all. They didn't do nothing to him, they didn't shoot him, they didn't kill him, they just beat him all in his face. You won't recognize him.
Yeah.
They took his, he said, please let me call my mom. They took his phone. They got his wallet too, man.
That's why they want to let the family see him, huh?
Yeah, I was going to tell you that.
Okay. Well,
hey, but still, go back and check that place and you ask somebody, do KKK be in that place, that club? They're going to say, yeah.
All right. Okay, I appreciate you, man. I'll say your number and call you back.
All right.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
His name, but I blocked it out. But he is adamant that, once again, the narrative that he was followed. He was followed from the Walmart. They were waiting on him. There was traffic stop, and it's police involved, right? And so I'm going to now. Of course, you saw the video yesterday with the ex-sheriff who was caught in a Grand Dragon suit and was alleged to have a party with everybody wearing the little pencil hats. And I received a comment. I want y'all to see this comment from this lady who was sort of apologizing for him, like, okay, well, he was dead, and he's dead now, and he was released from the department because he was mentally unstable and his health declined because of his mental health condition. And so you need to, I'm not defending him, but you need to get your facts straight before you share information. I'm like, lady, there's literally an article that says he chased the black down. We're talking about Tony Finch from yesterday. He chased the black couple down and threatened them all the way from Henderson to Oxford, and then was later found with the Grand Dragon outfit on. So I don't know who this lady is, maybe a relative, and she said, what does it matter? I'm like, this speaks to the history or the spirit of racism, not only in the town, but also in the law enforcement community. And so it's apologists like that. Like it seems like every time that, racism is mentioned on the other side, or, some white dude exhibits racism or evil, they always try to say mental health. No, sometimes it's just evil. Maybe his mental health and his physical health decline because of his evil actions and evil deeds. So nevertheless, here is the next caller. Now, this next lady that you're going to hear, she cites herself as a reader, one who, I guess uses divination as the Bible says. Now, once again, I'm a Christian. I don't, subscribe to that particular method, but I know that method does have some credence because once again, they practice divination in the Bible. And they were able to see certain things. So I don't discount what this lady says. Consequently, she called me in the middle of the phone call that you just heard. And as soon as I got off that phone call, I dialed this number back. And this lady is saying almost the same thing that this guy said verbatim. So I'm going to let you hear it, and you can be the judge of this particular conversation.
And these I don't get the rope bad part. I don't know what that about. I was picking up on like he was trying to fix something inside that truck because that rope can't go on that truck. So with that being said, I took some notes. I asked some questions, and it was 3 white people, 3 white guys, and that did that to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at like they was police officers. They still are, I want to say, and they do a lot of corrupt stuff. They always in something. They've been getting away with a lot of stuff, and they had something to do with that. Boy, I was looking at that lady on your page, on your thing that was talking about her son that was killed in January of 2015. They had something to do with it. I feel like I know what I be talking about. That white building you talking about, that trailer where that police stay in, he was that boy. That somebody sexually assaulted him, and them folks been getting away with a lot of stuff. And for as a homeless man, that is a lot.
So there you go. There's a lot she said in that first minute and 31 seconds. First, she said it was 3 white men, and I'm seeing that they are police officers, which corroborates what the gentleman you just heard said. But also, she said that they have been in a lot of things. They had a lot of corrupt stuff, and she said, "I feel that they essayed them or actually assaulted him." You know what I mean? And that is plausible because once again, if you read the police report, there was a SA kit that was administered on the gentleman. So why would that be? And once again, as I mentioned in other videos, back in the days when they, hung black men, they would cut off their genitals. They would, stick stuff up them and stuff like that. So once again, it speaks to the spirit, the history of the spirit of these things that evidently has not gone away. But let's continue.
He ain't no money to no homeless man. I don't even, that's it's like they making up stuff to try to cover up what they did.
I gotta stop it right there again. You hear what she said? Look, he didn't give no homeless stuff. They hate a homeless man no money. They making up stuff to cover up what they did, and that's the exact same thing the other gentleman said right before she called me. So I don't know if y'all are with me right here, but y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.
But anybody that name that you got on that thing on that TV, it's 3 of them. They got something to do with it. It's the William man, it's the Bobby man, and it's the Richard man.
The William, the Bobby.
If they go inside that white trailer house, they gonna see that they'll find something in there.
What white trailer house?
The white trailer house is right there by that tree.
Oh, you talking about the truck trailer?
Yeah, whatever that is, it look like it's where that police car was.
Yeah.
But they ain't even looking at them.
Yeah, they're not doing a good thorough investigation. They don't look like
they're not even looking at them, and they not gonna look at them. Somebody gonna have to bring them to the front, and they watched him. They followed him. They followed him everywhere he went. Up there. And that's why, okay, if it's cameras for Walmart, why it's not cameras for the other places? Because they got so much connection. Today, it ain't gonna be no cameras.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they can shut all that down.
All that stuff have already been
deleted.
Been
yeah.
Them 3 right there killed that boy. It wasn't them but 3 of them. These 3 right here, they be together, they run together, they do their dirt together. And they ain't just started doing this. They've been doing it for a long time. And they've been getting away with it.
And there she goes. She says there was 3 people, who run around and do this. But she also said that he was followed. He was followed just like the other person said. But also she mentioned the cameras. The cameras are everywhere. I'm pretty sure that these law enforcement have access to every camera in the area. Now, of course, if law enforcement is involved, they also have the power to confiscate those cameras and doctor them and delete them or, do whatever they can, to cover up if this is the case. So we're going to continue with this lady. But do you see that she's echoing the same exact thing that the man previously called?
He ain't gave no homeless man no money. A homeless man is not even in this. I'm telling you, that's a lie. That boy ain't gave. Who in the hell gonna give a homeless man $228? Make that shit make sense. It's time. This right here just finna bring everything to Henderson to the forefront. And for them black folks to get on there and tell my them folks saying, all these white folks around here is overly gracious. I'm a traveling nurse and I do readings. Baby, you can't even go in these places and work without these folks calling you niggas and monkeys and stuff. Let's have a conversation so they can quit that. They let you know these black folks is the problem. They is really the problem. They got one white friend that's gonna do something for them, and they want to vouch for everybody. That's not the case.
And there she mentions, I guess, the propensity of people in the area to deny some things. As you saw today's video or yesterday's video, that the young lady said that she was ran out of Henderson. Let me change the date on this thing too. So, but that was yesterday's video, and then you heard the Caucasian woman as well detail some of the things that she knows and went through. So, once again, this lady seems to once again know what she's talking about. Let's continue. Hi, everybody.
Them folks up there, and then I see they got a whole Ku Klux Klan where they go meet it, where they do their stuff at. The Klansman is very much alive in Henderson, North Carolina. I wish I can put you inside my head.
Yeah. Well, I've already, like I said, the lady told me herself, that she definitely, she know the things that they've done this morning that I just received. I received 2 more calls. Actually, right before you, a guy called me and said it was 3 police officers and 1 KK member.
Oh my God!
Right before you called. Well, actually, when you called, I was talking to him. So
it's 3 of them.
So, and he said, yeah.
And he was He didn't, and if I don't, the rope was not to hang himself. The rope was not. The rope was for him to. It was going to be beneficial for him, but inside that truck, he was doing something with that rope inside that truck. Mm-hmm. But it was not to hurt himself. He was very much happy. He was very much ready to just take on his career straight up, like. Excited about it, but that's the reason you ain't gonna find no camera, because it's like if a police coming up and knock on your door, knock on your window, what you gonna do? They got him about that truck, baby.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, and he was brought back to that tree.
Yeah. They got
he inside that white trailer truck thing, whatever that is. That thing that looked like a trailer right there on the side of that road. I'm telling you, straight up, it was 3 police officers. I don't see that 4th person, but I do see 3. It was 3 people that killed him. And that family need to get a second autopsy of how it's going. They need to get their own autopsy, and a lot of things going to come out. And
so that kind of makes sense. Like you said, they keep saying he walked back. He was walking back and forth to the tree line. But if he was in that truck and like the lady said, the police knocked on the door, and you're gonna open up for the police and they're gonna grab you out. And like you said, people feel that he was drugged, he was beaten. Once again, his family was denied access to see the body. And why would you do that? It took the police once again, or it took the sheriff 3 days to even admit and make a statement and put out a press release. And, in that press release, the sheriff was so unsure and kept denying things. But the pictures, once again, that I'm going to show you is going to give you some more clarity to the possible involvement of law enforcement. And once again, you keep seeing the police right there. That is allegedly the night of the incident, the night before his body was found. So why were they there in full mass before the body was found in the same location? We'll explain that later.
And that's the reason they followed him, because it's something happened with him up in there driving around in that truck. See, the best thing would have been for him to do is just park that truck and walk. They knew he was an alien. Yeah. Because he went around in that truck.
Yeah.
And they started following him. They followed him everywhere he went. And they had something to do with the Thomas Hilton boy, Gerard, whatever his name. The other boy that got shot in the head, that lady was talking about. Yeah, she sound crazy, but she knows what she's talking about.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
They killed her son, and them 3 right there, they've been on the road. They've been on about a 30, 40 year on screen, baby. They've been doing their thing up there. They've been getting away with a lot. Stuff that they do, it don't even get looked at. And then they done got in some trouble before, but they did away with it. They made it disappear. And they steady doing what they want to do. And they feel like they untouchable. And this ain't the first time they done did something like this. They just didn't think. You see how everything was just quiet at first until you got involved? Mm-hmm. Now everybody listening, everybody talking. And that's all over the place. Because you're the only person I done seen involved in it. And then I done seen some of the stuff on the TV, but you the one really involved in it. So you be careful and watch yourself too.
Okay.
And I ain't telling you that for no reason.
Yes, ma'am.
You take care of your family. You keep your family safe. They don't like it. You bringing too much attention.
Okay.
So when you be up in here, listen, you keep that motherfucker on you, which I know you ain't no pushover anyway.
Yeah.
I see. You know what I'm saying? I know you gonna stand up for yourself, and I know you protecting yourself, but protect a little bit more. But they're gonna try to come at you on some sideways stuff. They know if you're on the internet and you doing your thing like that, they know ain't nothing they can come with, but they'll try. Because you know them white folks, they be trying to do stuff and get away with it.
Yeah.
They watching too. They watching you too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they watching. So you be careful. But
Right.
they most definitely, it's 3 of them. I don't see that 4th person, but I know he may know more than me, and he got his 3rd eye open too. But I just I can see the hold on. Let me see something. Just give me 1 second. And if you got some questions you want to ask me, you can. I want to know this. I don't know why I'm shaking when you say it, but I just didn't see that. But I seen them 3, and it's somebody they had on that police. It's a police uniform. Yeah, that's how it was so easy for them to get him. And they were saying that he real friendly. He just ain't got a million bone in his body.
Okay. Well, I certainly appreciate you. And I'm gonna lock your number in if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Hold on, let me ask this question right quick.
All right.
Is it 3 police officers and another person? It's a jail term. Was it 5 people? So it was 4 people. Whoever told you that was true? I don't know why they see that 4th person, but it was 4th person, a 4th person. That's the reason he wasn't able to protect himself, because he was so outnumbered.
Mm-hmm.
They done scared that baby to death. He never seen that one done, man. I'm telling you. And it was some painful stuff. And it's gonna be more that's done to him than what they saying done to him in that autopsy one day.
All right, so that's the lady who is a spiritual reader or seer, and she, pretty much corroborated everything that the other gentleman said. And as you heard her at the end say, there's a lot more that they did to that baby. And once again, if you remember, the first gentleman said, well, they wanted to set him on fire, but the other cop stopped them. So if that's both of these stories are eerily similar, unless they plan a sick trick. Both of their numbers were from different area codes and everything. So this is a situation, once again, that I began to look at law enforcement because their lackluster effort in investigating and communicating. If something like this happened, and if I was the sheriff in town, I would be updating the public at least daily. Of course, I wouldn't update it with information that could compromise the investigation, but, just don't say, oh, I'm not talking about it no more. That reeks of cover up, that resembles cover up. But I'm going to show you some more of these pictures. Now, you all saw those pictures that I was playing during the recording. So this picture right here is from a guy, a TikToker named Prophet PI. And if you see this picture right here that you've seen throughout, there you see 3 police officers, 3 sheriff officers standing around the dark. Now, if you look closely, there's GFL. GFL is one of the companies that is right in the area. Now, I'm not going to say that I know where this particular street is, but it definitely is a street in that area. And if you see them looking there, if you look close enough, there seems to be some emblem on the side of that truck, whether that's a lights or that looks like, maybe a police or law enforcement insignia on that truck. Nevertheless, if you zoom in, there does look like something or someone laying on the ground there. Now, let me ask you, why would police be at or near the scene congregating in the darkness the night before that the body was found in the light? And these pictures right here, someone went out there about 7:30. Now, if you see this picture right here is the company next to where the driveway leading in to where Javion was found. On that yard, right? That is that, I've seen that gate right there. That is the gate where the first girl was putting the balloons around that tree. Now, I don't know, once again, why they're using that tree. Maybe the insiders know that that is the tree where he was initially hanged and his neck broke, and then he was drugged over to the other tree to kind of be found in seclusion. I don't know. But this is right next to that parking lot. And these right here are pictures of beside the gate from a distance. Now you'll see the pictures move up. But what they're showing you is how light it was around 7:30 when Javion claimed to be walking towards the side of that gate there to the right. Right? So they're getting closer and closer. You see the trees in the distance. That is where he was found. And that is, once again, the lighting. So you see this light, and there is the other place, once again, where that is next to, that is the gate where you go in. That is actually the gate I went in when I went to speak to the people. But being that light outside, there's no one that could tell me that what happened to Javion could happen during that time. Now, also, someone sent me this picture of the ring bell across the street from the house in which, the deputy stays. Now, that deputy, once again, has been clarified not to be a Vance County sheriff deputy, but he is a deputy. But there's a ring camera there as well, and that ring camera is right facing this right here. Like, this could be seen from that ring cameras yard. I actually stood in front of that yard to do my first live because the reception would not let me go back deep into those woods. So there is no way that Javion could hang himself during this time of day and nobody find him to the morning. But most importantly, the question is, why are these police officers out there the night before his body was found? Could they be discussing, man, what are we going to do? How are we going to quarterback this thing, like Denzel Washington said in Training Day? Right? And then once again, though, both of these people mentioned 3 officers. And I don't know. You guys tell me. Because Vance County, I don't know if you guys know, but Vance County was named after racist white supremacist Zebulon Vance, who has been reported to have been a grand dragon of the KKK of North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, of the North Carolina chapter of the KKK. Now, this is the county that was named after him. Why would they name their county after that person, knowing his history, if they're not following in those footsteps? Now, I don't know if you know the history of the Klan in North Carolina. I helped the guy publish a book, and I meant to have it with me, but it's called, A Marketing Approach to Activism. This is from my guy, Rashad Galloway. Shout out to Rashad Galloway. I'm going to plug your book. He was a student at North Carolina during the time when they was having all of the Confederate statue debates and moving the statues. And he and his cohorts researched every last white supremacist name who was on those buildings. And with me helping them publish the book, there were over 40 white supremacist names who were participants in the Klan or promoted slavery or thoughts were black, were inferior, that were on those buildings of North Carolina University. And, you know, some of them was Zebulon Vance, Keenan Stadium, which Keenan was named after of, Aycock, of course, who was right here in Goldsboro, North, from Aycock or from Fremont, North Carolina. So many names. I wish I had that book, but I may do a whole live on the history of all of the governors, all of the leaders of North Carolina that were self-proclaimed white supremacists, that were self-proclaimed members of the Klan, and were self-proclaimed promoters and participators in slavery. So North Carolina has a deep, rich history. And the fact that, you know, some people still are like right now, we have a school called Charles B. Aycock here in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Aycock was one of the main agitators, a self-proclaimed white supremacist and a Klansman who was very instrumental in inciting the Wilmington race riot right here in North Carolina. Right? So I don't see when you know the history, you know that history doesn't repeat itself. History has never left, according to these actions right here. So with that, you know, these are people who sometimes or may have hold those same values of their forefathers. And that's why these acts continue to be perpetrated in these small towns. So nevertheless, y'all let me know what y'all like in the comments, what y'all think in the comments. You know, I definitely don't put it past any police officer. Like I said, I've been in some situations with some police officers and I know how they can get down, you know, so, and the fact that the sheriff office is very tight-lipped, it took them 3 days to mention it, you know, reeks of, once again, cover up and corruption. So we're going to keep this matter plugging. Once again, prayers, peace, and condolences goes out to the family of Javion Magee. We definitely going to keep them, you know, in our highest regards, and pray for justice, pray for exposure, pray for, you know, the light to be shown, because once again, that's what we are supposed to do. Ephesians 5:11. Take no part in the works of darkness and evil, but rather expose them. Ephesians 5:11. That's what we're doing. Taking no part in the works of evil of darkness, but we are exposing them. So I thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure, once again, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the encouragement, the advice. My brother told me to look, change your background, your family picture up there. And, you know, I appreciate that. But once again, I have a deep faith and belief in God. When you're doing the right thing, God will protect you. But I certainly thank you guys for your prayers and your engagement, your conversation, your interest in the pursuit of justice, man. I can't. And once again, God gets all the glory. To God be the glory for the things that he has done and the things that he is revealing to us in this situation. So once again, 919-587-7782. Peace and love. Love to everyone. Love to everyone on this earth. Peace and love. Y'all be safe.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor.